Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to do some listening practice, and the theme of the practice is about sports activities. There are two parts of the listening exercise we're going to do today. So the first one is picture quiz, where you guess the names of the activities, the pictures, and then the second one is true false, where you decide whether the given statements are true, false, or no information is given in the audio that you heard. Okay, so let's get right to it. Okay, so let's warm up our listening practice with guessing the pictures. You are given pictures, 6 of them. What kind of activities do you think they are doing? Right, as you can see, there's water skiing, jogging, tennis, windsurfing, surfing, and also gymnastics. Okay, moving on to the main part of our listening practice today. For this one, you will hear someone talking about a cave diving training course. And then you will have to decide whether the statements below are true, false, or if there's no information given by the pre-recorded audio that is given to you. Okay? So, are you ready to hear the conversation? Here it goes.
Good morning and welcome to the beautiful town of Alghero in Sardinia for the start of your cave diving training course. In 3 weeks you should have got your apprentice training certificate. I say should because I can't guarantee that everyone here will reach that stage. That depends on you and how well you learn and follow instructions. Sometimes everyone passes. Sometimes we have 1 or 2 failures. After you leave here, you will have a year to pass a full cave training program. If you don't, then you'll have to retake this apprentice course, as it is only valid for 1 year. Before we start, I'd like to say that cave diving is one of the most dangerous and also one of the safest sports there is. How is this possible, I hear you ask? Well, the dangers are very real. In fact, it's probably more dangerous than people say. However, the amount of training you need before you even set foot in a cave means that by the time you start doing the activity properly, you'll know exactly what these dangers are and exactly how to overcome them. You may have noticed this poster and others like it, all with the same slogan: "The good divers are living." I want you to remember that, partly because it's true, and partly because it will help you remember the 5 essentials about cave diving. What are they? Listen carefully and remember TGDAL. T is for the and for training. We teach you in stages. You learn the basics here in the classroom. Then you practice what you have learned in a real cave. So the course is basically classroom, cave, classroom, cave, classroom, cave, which is more effective and interesting than spending the first half of the course in the classroom and then going into a cave. G is for good and guideline. There will always be a rope from the team on the surface to the lead diver. That way, if you get into any trouble at all and it's too dark to see, which it usually is, you can follow the rope out of the cave. Never ever go anywhere without it. D is for divers and for depth rules. You've all dived in the open sea, so you know what can happen if you surface too quickly. The sudden change in pressure can kill. Well, in a cave, it's even worse. So, on every dive you go on, there will be an agreed maximum depth and you must never go beyond that. A is for R and air management. We have a rule of thirds in cave diving. You use a third of your air on your way out into the caves. You use a third of your air on the way back to the surface. And you have a third of your air for emergencies, which might help to save the life of a colleague if they suddenly find themselves in difficulties. Finally, L is for living and for lights. Caves are dark and the water is often muddy. All divers must have 3 sources of light with them, 1 to use and 2 for backup. If any diver loses one of his or her light sources at any time, that's it, the dive is over. For everyone. And everyone comes back to the surface immediately. Okay, so as I said, we're going to start with cavern training. Entering the cave, using ropes, making sure our equipment is in perfect working order, and understanding the environment we are in. You have to recognise signs that make the cave too dangerous to enter. These can be visual or aural, for example, the sound of rushing currents far below you. Before we do that, however, let's get to know each other and share our diving experiences and training histories.
All right, so did you get all your answers? If you didn't and you want to try again, go ahead. You know what to do. You just need to rewind 4 minutes back, then you can start again. Okay? Right. But if you think you've got all of your answers ready, you get to compare them right about now. All right, folks, that's the end of your listening practice for today about sports and activities. Okay? Any further information, you can contact your teachers. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact your English teachers. All right? And also, last but not least, you have to know that there is no submission that needs to be done for this particular lesson. Okay? All right. So, thank you for participating in this lesson, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.